Crunch time, coming up big when it counts.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Crunch Time, where we come up big where it counts. I'm Dom with the great man Sauce, and Luke. How you going, gents?
Good, boys. How you going?
Going
Always
well,
good.
Bomber. Going well,
Always
as
good.
usual.
Always good. Thank God.
Footy's back. Anthony thinks it's NRL footy. He thinks the Storm's playing. No.
I swear the Storm are playing.
Bro, I love it.
Not that I watch either.
I love it. No, don't worry. He's slowly getting educated. Dustin Martin's now haunting him everywhere that he goes now.
Dustin Martin fan.
He goes to Richmond.
I'm a Richmond fan till I die.
That's it. There you go. He found this team. He said he was going to look for his team last week.
It found me.
Good man.
Found him. There you go. He goes to Richmond. Another one. So that's another person on this podcast after Luke that I
we
can't
winning?
stand. No, just kidding.
Good man.
You're up by 4 points, bro. You're up by 4. So I'll give you rolling updates. All right, let's get
the iPad's charged. I've got it on in the background here.
Oh, there you go. But they're wrong set. All right, let's get straight into it. Dallas Card Show was last weekend. That has passed, and the big talks were that KD, Kyrie, and James Harden prices prices, but cards prices were skyrocketing up. Cards were so sought after, and this is all off the back of everybody pretty much crowning them NBA champions before they've even been crowned NBA champions. So, boys, give us your thoughts on this. Do you believe in the hype of the Brooklyn Nets, or do you think this is going to flop just like the Clippers did last season?
Let's kick it off.
Come on, Ant.
Luke,
What do you
go.
reckon?
Me? They look. They look good. They're not on paper. They are arguably the best team in the league. They're a stacked team now with Blake as well. It's going to be tough to beat them unless they implode. But giving them the crown before taking it from the king is going to be
Like that.
it's a bit too early to call. And I think that LeBron is still going to LeBron. Anthony Davis is going to. Has he been injured?
Yeah, he's injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So, and he's looking to come back when?
2 to 3 weeks, they reckon. So we'll see how that goes. But you're also got to have a look at that East. Yeah, like if Joel Embiid comes back fit, and is available, like that's a dangerous matchup there, that Philly team. And the fact that people are just straight away going, they're going to roll past these teams, even out of the East, like that's pretty disrespectful to the other teams in the East. And teams that I've spoken about it heaps is about their defense. Like they are 26th ranked defense in the league, and I put a post out.
Sorry, the Nets are 26th.
26th ranked, right?
Fuck, I
They're
didn't know that.
first in terms of offense. They are first in
That's
terms of
horrendous.
offense. So their offense is elite, but their defense is 26th ranked out of 30 teams. So they're bottom 4.
Jesus.
Now,
Yeah.
I put a post out saying, someone tell me the last time a team with the bottom 4 ranked defense won the championship. And I did get one response, and that was from the great man Shane Panther. And he said, go have a look at the 2000 Lakers. And they were actually ranked about 23rd in the league in defense. But the difference is, if you go have a look at all-time player defensive teams by player, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden have never been on any all-defensive team. None. On the flip side, Kobe made 9 or 10 all-defensive teams, and Shaq made 3 all-defensive teams. Right? So you actually had guys, the stars on those teams were actually good defensive players. Right?
You're talking about legends as well.
And you
You're talking
can't...
about legends that perform big in playoffs.
That's right. So...
Can't really...
Yeah, but you get people trying to discourage you. I mean, Shane didn't say that himself. Like he agreed with me on the point that they do need to improve. Like you can't expect to be playing like this and then all of a sudden you get to the playoffs and we're going to just switch on the defense. Like, how do you just switch on the defense when you haven't played good defense all season? Like, it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't work that way, you know? So it's just, I
think another thing is,
yeah, go on.
a lot of teams are going to gun against the Nets. They're gonna try and pull up big. I don't think it's going to go as easy as people are making it out to be. You know, everyone's going to be trying very hard, very early in the playoffs to knock out the Nets. They've got a target on their back. And I like when LeBron's, like, not to relate it back to LeBron. I know we've got to go through the East. But LeBron, I like it when he's the underdog. I like that LeBron, you know? I think people are calling it way too early.
And look,
the prices are crazy.
And we'll have a look at the prices. So, I'll just bring up the prices in the 3 months price, and I've got the compare graph. I've got the compare graph up here available on my card ladder. Hopefully in future weeks I'll work on a new overlay and I'll be able to put this up nicely. And if you watch YouTube, you'll be able to see it. But if you do have the card ladder pro version, you can go compare the 3 cards. So I've put Kyrie's base Prism PSA 10 2012, Kevin Durant Topps Chrome base PSA 10 2007, and 2009 Topps base PSA 10 James Harden. Now, last sold James Harden was 9,100. Last sold Kyrie 1,745, and last sold KD was 10,020. So,
it's a big run up recently.
That is a massive run up. So
I remember back to like start of the season where they had run up as well. You know, that first like run up going into the season. Then, you know, the season started. There was a bit of a run there. Then everything, you know, with the season starting to go and stuff like that, everything had a bit of a lull with the season.
So let's just have a look here.
It seems like they've
got down to
a
like
bit.
Obviously,
Kyrie got down to like 900.
Yeah, that's big run up.
Yeah. So Kyrie's card itself hasn't really moved that much. It's probably the one that hasn't had prices baked into it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go have a look back at the 6 month graph, even 6 months ago, Kyrie was still selling for 826, and today it's about double from 6 months ago.
Double.
Right? Which is fair enough
why,
because we can
Because-
understand why, and that's probably reasonable. But if you go have a look at KD's from 6 months ago, his 6 months ago was 3,700. Now last sold today is 10,000. So it's nearly
Can I just-
3 times that.
Listen, boys, I'm paying attention. I'm just looking at the stats today because I saw that James Harden had a 40-point triple-double year. Kyrie didn't play, and they beat Indiana. I just can't, I can't fathom these KD prices. The guy's not playing. Like, is this the first time we've seen a guy that's injured during the season just absolutely skyrocketing in price, and he hasn't even he's not even on the court doing anything about
This
it.
is one
The
thing.
guys,
Does
we
anyone
know
actually
really hard.
think that it's going to be a concern going forward, the Kevin Durant injury situation? Like, what's to say he comes back from this injury and he's able to see out the season and go into playoffs without getting injured again?
That's what I was going to say too when you were talking about it's too early to call. Who knows what's going to happen, you know, with KD at the moment he's injured.
Is it even
Who
a
knows?
concern for Kevin Durant?
Harden. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, go, Luke.
That was all I was going to say. Like,
Oh.
who knows what could happen injury-wise.
I was just going to say, what's to say that KD wins it and everyone just turns around and says, well, the only reason he got there was because of Kyrie and Harden. The guy's done absolutely nothing. His legacy's dimmed regardless. I don't care what anyone says. Like, he can win it this year. It does not bother me at all.
But
Literally, it does not bother me.
one thing-
I actually don't care if Kevin Durant wins it.
The one thing I want people to be wary yet, if LeBron James rookie cards didn't go up when he won the championship, what the hell makes you think that Kevin Durant and James Harden are going to go up more than from what they've already risen?
Yeah.
Well, everyone
I'll
reckons
play,
KD.
I'll play devil's advocate. What happens, I think this is a factor as well. People are obviously considering this Nets team to at least compete for the next 2 to 3 years. So what happens if they win this year? I think the price drops a little bit. But if they double back and win next year as well, then we're talking about prices that are very undervalued. Because if you think it's expensive now, they win this year, which you can't deny.
They win this year. All those cards take a dip.
They're the betting favorite, though. They're the betting favorite for, some form of a reason.
I agree with you, Anne, completely.
I'm not betting on them.
No. I agree with you what you're saying. You're not wrong. 100%. They're the betting favorite. But the thing that I just can't comprehend at all, Boston's in this top 8, They're not up there at the moment. They're still struggling, finding their way. Atlanta's starting to play really good basketball, starting to put it together. The thing that I want to know is that I'm pretty sure, Source, if you want to fact check, or if you boys want to fact check this, in the East, in the top 4, 3 of the 4 teams are 3 of the best. They're the three top teams outside of Brooklyn in that top 4. Those 3 are top 5 in defense in the league, and they're all in the East.
Who we got? Bucks,
Milwaukee, Sixers, and Heat.
And Heat, yeah.
Let's just put the Bucks.
Bucks really improved too.
The Bucks beat Philadelphia today in overtime.
Yeah.
With their full team, and Philly had no Embiid. I'm just going to keep saying it. I said it on double coverage. I'm going to say it on crunch time. No one is beating Philadelphia in the playoffs. No one. It will be LeBron James versus Ben Simmons, Clutch Sports Finals. That is what we're getting. I'm telling you right now. Everyone was so high up. I was the first person to say Miami's going to give troubles to Milwaukee. I'm just telling you as it is. People got to look at it realistic. And just remember too, everyone that's saying KD, Kyrie, Harden, these are all the same flippers and people in the hobby that said Trae Young was the buy of the year. And they all flopped and they all lost their money. Just remember, these are the exact same people.
Yeah, they pumped him. They pumped him up so they could flip it, and then apparently he was going to be the MVP at the start of the season.
I could be wrong,
I agree with that point, but
I'm just saying.
I don't see Philly going finals.
That's fine.
That's just like we can talk about that for hours.
Yeah, but here we go. So the top 10 ranked defenses in this order are Lakers, 76ers, Heat, Jazz, Knicks, Warriors, Suns, Bucks, Grizzlies, Spurs.
Oh, well, you know what's funny there, Source? I didn't think the Knicks were top 5 in defense, so we can add them to another defensive team in the top 8.
Knicks are not bad this year.
So they've got to contend with 4 of the top 10 defensive teams in the league.
Yeah.
And potentially they're going to play Knicks first round.
Yes, that's a cracker.
Yeah.
That's a cracking first round.
That's a big game.
Look, you have to think though, there is multiple championships factored into Durant's price. That's the key thing. People are factoring in that he could win multiple. I just think, I think that I personally think it's going to be Lakers Nets final. I can see them making the finals, barring injury, if they all stay healthy. I still think Giannis is so slept on right now. Giannis looks great. If you're comparing these prices, Giannis looks cheap.
You could arguably say he's having
the
run
up that. Yeah, the run up that he can have.
So what's his Prism at base? PSA 10.
So his last sold was PSA 10 base Prism was 3,425, which is awfully cheap compared to Harden and Kevin Durant. I mean, Kevin Durant being 10K and Harden being nearly at the 10K point. I mean, in the last 3 months, he's gone up 93%. Harden.
Yeah.
Who's that? Harden.
His tops base PSA 10 has gone up 93%.
Is that the chrome or the paper?
No, it's just the tops.
Oh, the tops. Okay.
Just the top base.
But
there's a refractor.
We spoke about this.
The refractor.
I remember messaging you boys in the chat, in our personal chat. And I said Harden tops PSA 9 looked awfully cheap at the time. I think a lot of people would have seen that and seen how cheap it was. And so it's like compounding. Everyone's buying. But now if you're buying, I think that's the main point we're all trying to say. If you're buying right now, you're not. I'll put a 90% chance that you're going to lose money on that. Just based on the way the market works, how cyclical it is. It's highly unlikely that the prices of Harden will go up after they win. You know, there's just this
True.
always
Yeah.
always this natural
Yeah.
drop off as soon as they win. So you got to be cautious. But then it opens up opportunities. You've got Booker, you got Damian Lillard, you've got Giannis. These are all players that are going to ball out. There's going to be the
100%
playoff tournament style this year, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. That leads to like huge momentum for certain players, and who are the ones that always have those highlight moments? You got Booker, Lillard. They're the ones I'm focusing on.
100%. Murray always turns up when it
Jamal
comes.
Murray turns up. Yeah, that's what I'm
Donovan
saying.
Mitchell, they always turn up for playoffs. Like their prices are just going to go crazy. Giannis
You're
is there.
taking money and you're investing in the nets that are already boosted all the way up. You're gonna. There's just a huge chance you're gonna, be left holding the bag.
Even teams that like people don't go out of their way to watch, like Miami, they were forced to watch them because they got so far. What's going to happen to Hero? He could go up again.
I was just waiting for a second to say that.
Kendrick Nunn now is actually playing really well.
Yeah.
So his sample size was terrible because he had COVID in the bubble last year. You got him. Then there's there's so many different factors. It's just crazy. Like it could open a door for so many people because everyone's going to watch the Nets, and then whoever they're playing in the East, everyone's going to watch them, and the same thing vice versa for LeBron and Luka if he makes it into the playoffs. Everyone's going to watch
the big thing is the team that knocks out the Nets if they get knocked out.
Oh,
you're talking about prices that are going to go crazy because all that money from that team, from the people that are investing in the Nets, are going to be like, I'm out of here. As soon as they're down 3-1 to pick a team, you say Philly.
The Knicks.
Ben Simmons is going to be astronomical prices, bro.
People are taking their money straight out of KD. Not out of KD because I can see a reasoning to hold it longer term, but they're going to take it out of Kyrie the second they get a chance. And they're going to put that
Harden too, I think.
And Harden
too.
Yeah. I mean, all right. Yeah, it's a tough one, right? Let's roll on to the next one.
We're gonna stick with basketball, and we're gonna the next two things that we're gonna discuss are prices of product. So Panini Prism dropped basketball. That is, the prices were astronomical. They sold for $2,000 off the Panini website. We're getting boxes here for what is it sourced about $2.5K, around about USD.
I mean, the suppliers had to break it down to packs and sell them at $100 a pop just to make it somewhat affordable for people to open a pack, not a box, a pack. And let's just think about it. The box released the Zion Ja Morant here last year. Hobby box first release in Australia was $650 Australian dollars, and people got boxes at that price.
So my question to all of you, while Source goes and checks that 1920 Prism box price, my question to you is, first of all, is the rookie class as good as last year's rookie class to be paying $2,500 or 2,500 Australian for this box? And second of all, should the box have gone up from $650 to $2K from Panini? So that's the question I pose, boys.
They did the Dutch auction thing, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's not really Panini putting... Well, did they do Dutch auction last year, straight from Panini?
That's a good question. Not quite sure on that one.
I'm assuming they.
I think they do for at least one of the products. Well, the first of the product, they do it.
Because I was going to say, it's not really Panini putting the prices up, really, is it?
I kind of do blame them I do blame them to an extent because they're going to list the Dutch auction at a certain price to start.
Yeah.
So technically, they're raising the price without raising the price. They'll say, but so-and-so paid for it off the Dutch auction for this much. Yeah, but you set it at this. If you set it at $1,000 or $1,500...
Yeah, then you can't,
Yeah, so for $1,000, you're okay. $350 more. That's all right. I can live with that.
Yeah.
But...
Well, this class so far, I don't know. I reckon Zion being the two that are, the two main guys. What do we got this year? We got Edwards, who's been playing good in patches.
Yeah.
He's done some really good stuff. LaMelo looks good. Halliburton looks all right for the Kings.
Wiseman,
yeah.
Had moments.
But I don't know. I just see that.
Yeah, look, there's going to be a sleeper in there. I mean, some of the ridiculousness is there's a bloke by the name of what's his name, something. He plays for OKC. He's like 7 foot. He had one good game. He's shot 23 points and drained like 6 3-pointers or something. And you got the couple of the people out there having a chat about him, and I just laughed, and I responded back as someone put a comment in their story and said he can play. I'll get his name up because I feel hard done by to actually just call him that. But I responded back, yeah, having one good game. Aleski Pokoveski, right? Where's he from? He looks like he's from Serbia. He's 7 foot. I mean, he looks like a prospect. And I just said to him, there's no good being 7 foot if you can't box people out and get rebounds because he's literally a stick. And at the way he is now, I mean, he's not going to be anything in the future. He has to definitely bulk up. But once again, it's prospecting. This is where it all comes down to it. But look, overall, in my opinion, the rookies aren't as good. We've seen that. I mean, obviously, LaMelo looks good. I think Anthony Edwards is getting his moment to shine with D'Lo now being out, and him getting more reps, more touches. Them playing through him more, understanding that he's the future of the franchise. So I think that's what they got to do. They got to pretty much give him the keys to the kingdom and let him develop because he developed the most by playing. So it's just a tough one. It's a tough pill to take, Dara, these box prices. And we chatted about it on our show number 37, Double Coverage, and it was like thinking about what you can buy with 2K, what else you can buy with 2K in the card market, or buy that box. And it's like, what would you rather do? Would you rather buy the box to 2K, or would you rather go buy this LeBron James rookie card BGS 9.5 or this Kobe Bryant rookie card BGS 9.5? Mind you can still get these guys this cheap, even though they've had a massive run up in the last 2 months. It's still, you can. I gave you an example, Tom, of a Kobe Bryant rookie card that was around about $1,000 at a BGS 9.5. So you can literally go buy 2 Kobe Bryant rookie cards for the same price you get in this Prism box of wax. And I'll tell you right now, not one of those players in this product this year, 2021 draft class, will be even as they won't even get into Kobe's airspace. So why would you go spend 2K on a box where you could potentially pull nothing, especially if you're going to open it? I mean, you've got to open it because there's a chance that it's got freaking, I don't know if they do redemptions in Prism. Maybe I think it's all stickers, so it might not be in redemptions. So, I mean, that's why you should be opening your boxes because, now they put an expiry on the redemptions. You can only got to use them within 24 months. So now people that sit on wax, you get it. It's all full of redemptions, especially because they didn't have a draft date. You need to be wary about this stuff, sitting on your wax because that devalues the product. You sit on this for too long, and then the redemptions expire. What's your product going to be worth then if someone pulls a freaking one-of-one LaMelo order and you can't even get it redeemed?
Well, it'd be worth nothing.
Say,
Go
go
on.
for it, Sam. No, go on. Mine's sort of left field. It's on topic, but left field.
I'll give my thoughts quickly. I think first, I think LaMelo is special. I think he is. He has a great media presence. He's a good baller. You can see he's a good baller. He's a baller. And I think that his cards will carry weight for the next 6-12 months. But do I think he's as good as Zion or Ja to hold a $2,000 box value? No. I think that this is just a testament. The value of the box is just a testament to how many breakers there are, how many breakers that are going to open up those boxes and sell, spots in those breaks, and also the amount of money that's in the hobby. People want the cracked ice Melo. They want the cracked ice Anthony Edwards. They want I keep saying cracked ice, but they want the numbered cards of those players. They want to be the first to have them in their collection, to flip them, and there is that whole breaking culture that is now the norm, And I think that sealed wax, doesn't matter which way you look at it, it's always going to somehow appreciate as more people, more boxes get open, the supply and demand aspect of it, as more supply, as more boxes get open, the supply goes down. And so by this time next year, do I think that the value of the boxes are higher? Yes. But I do agree with Saucy. There are better ways to spend $2,000 right now, today. So you're not factoring in. You get that box. You open it. Say you get a couple base LaMelo, couple other base rookies, and you hit one silver Anthony Edwards. You have to then take those, get them shipped to PSA. You're talking about you want them back before everyone else, so you're talking about maybe paying $250, $150 per card to get them back quickly on a 10-day, 5-day. You try to get them back ASAP so you can sell them, be first to market. So all up, you might be looking at $3,000 for the box in terms of your box value, then your grading value. Then
That's
you
if you ever pull those cards.
That's if you pull those cards. I'm talking about best case scenario right now. Then you've got to sell those cards. You've got to hope that the players are still in demand. You have to hope that they're still playing well. You can't hold them for too long because you don't know what's going to happen. We know by playoff time, if LaMelo and Anthony Edwards are in the playoffs, what does that do to the value of their Prism cards?
Go straight down.
Yeah, so it's a weird spot. I'm not gonna lie to you. When Cherry dropped that pre-order, I was trying to get it at 2K because I know at 2K Australian, it's about $1,500 US. I know that's I can easily flip that straight after.
That's cheap.
It's a great price.
You can sell that box, and I didn't do the saucy trick. I didn't have everything set up real quick, and I missed it. And I'm not mad at it because at the end of the day, it was one of those things. It's not one of those buys where it's guaranteed. It is guaranteed flip for a profit, but it's such a big chunk of a bankroll that can be used somewhere else. I said, it is what it is. You miss one, and yeah.
100%.
The thing is, how much Prism is going to be printed this year too, compared to say, Optic or Select, and the prices of those too.
Low key retail Prism, I reckon is going to be mass
huge,
printed.
Yeah, it'd be huge.
Whereas, I'm talking EB Games will have it readily available, type of thing for everyone that's listening in Australia.
I don't know if it'd be that.
Not readily available. Yeah. It'll still sell out quick, but I think that we'll all be. I will safely bet that we'll all be able to get some Prism fat packs come the time that they're out. It'll be that easy.
Yeah,
that's my call. And that's going against the.
Seems to be the only way that you can actually rip product affordably now. The hobby boxes are dead. Fat packs and blaster boxes, mega boxes.
Even blasters are a struggle these days.
Yeah. Blasters. I mean, they as we've said before, and we've spoken to Chris previously, Chris Hoge, regarding this, and he just said this: it doesn't matter what the product is or whatever. As soon as it goes to the secondary market, you are paying more. And I just coined it. Wax on the secondary market is undefeated.
It is
undefeated.
But how funny is it? That you boys just touched on it, redemptions, in these products now have an expiry date. But how funny is it that pretty much what it's saying is if you don't open the product, it's worthless, and we're still not regarding vintage sealed wax as king. People are modern's the way to go. It's just ironic. Really, it's just funny.
I think that changes. I think that changes once Prism drops. I think give Prism a good month to simmer, and I think that vintage NBA is still expensive.
Yeah, I know it is.
But I think it gets crazy because, like soccer, and I'll relate back to soccer. There was a point where 2006 World Cup was a relatively cheap box. It was cheaper than your 2017 Topps Chrome, your 18 Topps Chrome, your 19 Topps Chrome, and it was pretty much available. David Adams had a $1,500, $1,400 box. You could easily pick up 3-4 if you wanted. And then all it took was 1 or 2 PSA cards to get graded. And then the market started going okay, this is big. It's first World Cup, first thing, takes off. I think that even in the NBA, there are going to be moments where vintage boxes just go crazy. So that's a big opportunity.
I completely agree. Completely agree. And in saying that, we will move on to Topps Chrome prices of wax. This is a question from both of yourselves and from Luke. If you want to just elaborate on that.
Yeah, I made a post last night, and I was just trying to draw up the comparison between you've got 2017 Topps Chrome, you've got 2018, 2019, 2020, and now coming up to the new season, which comes out in April. It's 2020, 2021, 2 season. And I'm just looking at the comparisons between each, the box prices and what's kind of a play. When I was doing this research, when I was looking into it more, initially I thought that 2019, 2020, which is the Harden rookie class, that's still undervalued. And then I'm thinking that just came out. A lot of those cards are going to be at PSA right now. How much?
Sorry to cut you off. That was Harlan, the Sapphire with the RC, yeah? Is that which one you're talking about? Yeah, go on.
So you got two. That's another thing as well.
Just to clarify. Yeah.
No, good that you reminded me.
Yeah.
You've got Champions League Topps Chrome and then Champions League Topps Chrome Sapphire.
Yeah.
And the big debate right now is what's the rookie of Haaland? And we've spoken about this before, but out of those two, it's the exact same card. One has the rookie logo and one just the same print without the rookie logo, obviously without that sapphire look. And I don't know, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, you know what? I think 2018-19 with the Sancho rookie and the Felix rookie, that might be the play. If wax in general goes up, and it has shot up, 2017 Topps Chrome, which is the first year, has Mbappe's rookie, has gone crazy. It was $1,500 a box last month when I was trying to buy it, and I didn't buy any. Now it's at $3K a box, or about it last sold 2.3, but I can't find anything less than $3K. The 2019-2020, which you just touched on, the Sapphire boxes were under 1,000. Now they're 2,000. The regular non-Sapphire were well under 1,000, maybe about 640, 650 a box. Now they're up at 1,000, 1,200. And then you've got this sleeper of 2018, 2019 that's just stuck at about 840, 850 a box. And I'm just looking at that. I'm like, that might be the play leading up into the Euro.
If you think about it, sorry, go on. I thought you were finished.
No, I know what you're going to say, and I agree with you here.
What am I going to say?
As in, like,
kick me off.
Talking about the players that's in that box. Yeah,
because I heard Sasha T say the other day that, I think he commented it somewhere that Sancho, I think it was him. I can't remember who it was now. No, I think Sancho was the player to
the most traded.
Most traded player at Dallas. That was what the quote was. So that if that box is $850 and so much less than that, so much less than the other your other years, I think it's a play too. I definitely agree. You got Felix as well. Felix is going to be next to Ronaldo.
Yeah. Is that the UEFA Champions League Topps Chrome set?
Yes. Yeah.
So those boxes, those Sancho cards, they're about $450, and then today when I'm checking, I'm seeing like 4 or 5 sales at $500 already in 24 hours since I made the post.
I saw some
Sasha
nines.
just mentioned it.
I saw some nines over 100 today as well. Since Dallas, which is on the weekend. The last 4 days or so, because I watch a fair few Sancho PSA nines just to sort of get a gauge of where everything's at. They've all been going a lot higher than what they've been in the last 2-3 months.
100%.
Which comes with the increase in demand for soccer at the moment, which is definitely up to.
Like if I'm comparing the three, 2017 is still the best, just based on if you just look at them without the prices. 2017 obviously has Mbappe, and 2019 obviously
design wise, or do you mean?
No, like value
you mean
wise.
just play? Oh, okay, yeah. Cool.
Like if you open that box, if you have 3 boxes sitting in front of you, you open that box and you hit the Mbappe, you're cheering.
Huge.
And the same with 2019, 2020, you've got Haaland and you've got Fati. But once you associate the price with the boxes, that 2018 becomes a play, especially leaning to Euro, bro. England, I cannot stress this enough. If England do well in this Euro, it will be pandemonium. Last World Cup, when they were making semis, it was mental. The whole of Instagram, that's all they will talk about. England, it's coming home.
It's coming
It's
home.
all
Yeah.
about England, bro.
It's coming home.
If England do well, and they've got a stacked team.
Did you see? Was it Giggs' comment throughout the week about Grealish and Foden?
No, I didn't see it, but
What'd he
those
say?
two.
Did you see what he said?
No, I didn't see it. No, I didn't.
He said, "Oh, England should be so lucky to have Grealish and Foden playing for the national team, and they also happen to be two of the best young players in the world."
Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's big.
And Sancho will play in that team.
yeah,
That's the thing as well. Like, how much time is Sancho going to get? Because this season, recently he's been playing a little bit better.
He's been
but
playing well.
over the whole season. He did have a little bit of a drop compared to last year,
No, he
stats
did.
wise. He's playing a little bit of a different position from what I've heard. I haven't been watching much Dortmund recently, to be honest, but I've heard he has been playing a little out of position, which will be better for his development. But stats wise, and that's what a lot of people base their cuts. So a lot of people, especially for soccer, I feel like soccer, there's some people in the market that look at stats instead of watching games, and people are like, Sancho's having a down season because he's only scored 5 goals instead of 20 or whatever. Just an example.
But it's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Yeah. Especially
Mbappe gets more assists than Haaland.
It's different if you're the main striker. He's a winger, yeah.
He's a winger, yeah.
That's right.
So, people need to understand that. And, with a pop report of only 348 at the PSA 10 level on that 2018 top scorer in the base card, I mean, in the last 3 months, it's risen up 23%, and in the last month, it's risen up only about 22%. So it really hasn't changed over the last three months.
How many nines are there, Source? If you got,
yeah, we can get that for you. Thanks to our good friends down at Cardboard, I'll tell you what, this platform absolutely elite.
The boys, the boys.
461, and in the BGS 9.5, there's only 31 BGS 9.5s. But I mean, let's be honest, people aren't sending those there. It's interesting. I mean, the 9's trending at 150, and the 10 is last sold trended at 430. It actually did get a run up to about 600. What was that? That was at the start of the month, 4th of the 3rd, sale at 600. Now back down to 430. So, I mean, potential for a pickup. Does Dortmund get through the next round of the Champions League?
Oh, you never know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you buy into this card with potential for Sancho to play at the Euros and do well? Or do you buy his England rookie? He's got like an England rated rookie.
Optic.
What
I
I'm
was just
saying
about to
is-
mention that too.
All I'm saying is, because again, Sancho might not even make the starting 11 of England, but if that box, that waxed, holding that box, you're covering your base with Portugal and you're covering your base with England if he plays.
Yeah, 850 last sold on
I'm
that.
willing to bet this time next week there'll be sales above 1K for that box. I guarantee it. Not guarantee, but
Do you want to bet me a box?
no.
Just imagine if Portugal wins the Euros.
Yeah.
Felix
scores.
And it's not, as we've discussed before on this podcast, it's not without of reach for that team to win the Euros or potentially win the World Cup next year. It's definitely not without the realms of possibility, because it is stacked. It is the best chance Ronaldo is ever going to have to win another Euro and win a World Cup. And Anthony will not be able to move with me on any platform if that is to happen. Noble Source, he's probably going to cancel all podcasts or not tell me that he's recording. All right. Beautiful, boys. Very, very nice. We're flying through this. That's pretty much it for literally the bulk of the show. So obviously we got Fire or Flame. Have we got any Fire or Flames this week?
Yeah, I'll kick us off. My Fire or Flame is Prism Mosaic cards for basketball. So I believe the first year of it was 2016? 2016? Anyone confirm or deny 2016? I'm pretty sure it's 2016.
16 or 17.
Yeah.
16.
So, yeah, I think they're really cool-looking cards until, Mosaic's obviously split from Prism from last year. But I reckon there's some opportunity in those 3 or 4 seasons, especially with players like Luka and Trey, where their base Prism and their, silver Prism and stuff, the pop is so high.
SGA. My boy.
SGA as well. Is it? He has a mosaic.
He has a prison mosaic. I've got one. I've got a prison mosaic. It sounds funny saying it. Prison mosaic prism because that's what they actually call it. Prism on the back of the card. So I've got one of those. It actually is a really nice card.
I reckon they're sick. The design is what got me first, and then I looked a bit more into it. The supply is a lot lower than your base and stuff like that.
It is heaps lower, so I like it.
Yeah, that's fire for me, to be honest. I'm still looking for a Trae Young one. I haven't picked one up yet, but I am definitely looking for one.
I have this special spot in my heart for last year's mosaic because that was the first.
The first year, yeah.
I
like it.
First
it was good.
That I actually got, as in I went out and looking for them at Kmart. I found them at Kmart. I bought them out, and I ripped them. That was my first
Anything good?
First, second rip. I got a LeBron, not a silver, but just a straight up LeBron base, and nice. I still got that, and it sits next to a photo of me.
How many of those packs have I ripped, Doma? Those fat packs? And what have I got?
First of all, before that, it's just the best part about that was that Ant said it sits beside a picture of him and his girlfriend. That LeBron
No, but it's us in Lakers uniform, so it all fits. It all ties.
It's the king looking down upon his disciples. That's what he's doing. But Sauce has ripped that many and been stooged that many times.
I've got 4 left, and the trending price on those fat packs. Let me tell you, I wish I'd kept. I sold a box of that. I bought a box of it at $365 sealed. I sold it for $550. Thought, get rid of it. Mate, the box is now selling for over $1,000. How the hell that has happened, I don't know. But if that doesn't tell you that there is people seriously liking that product and expecting that product to do something, going ahead, I don't know what does. I don't exactly know.
Did you know those fat packs? How you can flash the light through the back and see what player is the pink ice at the back?
Yes, because they can. They actually grade it. Have you seen them graded? And they label it with design.
I graded one during the week. Yeah.
You can literally the last card at the back of the rookie, the pink ices is the rookie, or it can be a rookie. So people are doing that.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Now, Sauce, just before we move on to another Fire or Flame, to please everyone in here, and to please Luke, because he's put this in as his fire set. He said Prison Mosaic or Mosaic and Gem. Would you rip another one on this podcast?
I've got 3 sitting right here in front of me.
No way.
You put him
We've got that. We've got that. We've got some NBA hoops. We've got an NBA hoops retail box. We've got an NBA hoops prison box. I didn't even know hobby box.
Luke's Fire or Flame, man. We always keep these secret till the show.
I had no idea. Sauce had them right there as well. I actually had no idea.
It's just Sauce. Come on.
I wish this was on live right now.
Oh my god!
Pick one, Luke.
I've got 4 here. Here. Hey, Cherry's selling these on his site for $150 a pop.
And Saucy's ripping it right now for free.
So.
Is he going to rip one?
You got to clip this.
Pick one, Luke. It was your fire. Pick one, Lukey.
Go. Shuffle him up a bit. Give him a shuffle.
All right,
just so everyone knows it's legit.
All right, we'll give it a shuffle.
There's no looking through the torch
on camera, it's shuffling. All right, here we go.
There's no torch.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do this here. How you're going to pick which one?
Go your right hand.
Yeah,
the one in your right hand.
That's my right hand.
Yeah, that one. Go that one.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god. Let's hope his luck changes.
Sorry for people listening to the podcast.
Yeah, they're not seeing it.
Describe every moment.
Dom was on commentary.
Just disclaimer to people listening on the podcast format. If he pulls Mojo, we're probably all going to start yelling. So probably turn this segment down just a couple dials on you.
So what's the best card you can pull from this? Just so everyone listening.
Charles Zion.
Oh, I tell you what.
No,
I've done all right on the back card. As you said, you can see the back card. I'm happy about that. It's probably my best pull from the whole. One of these are pull. All right, so we'll go with the pink pack last. Here we go.
So you want obviously a jar or Zion, silver, a green.
You can definitely
Malik Monk.
A green would be real nice.
Josh Richardson.
can't see a thing.
Kyle Anderson.
Oh,
Who's that? Grayson Allen.
my boy.
We got a give and go. Lillard. And last card. Oh, I tell you what, Cody Martin. We can throw that in the bin. So no, don't throw it in your bin, ladies and gents. All your go have a look at starstock.com. See what the rookies they accept. Even all the crap ones and every single one you've got, just send them there. Send them to Starstock. They load them in for free. I reckon it's a good way to move some of your crap cards. All right, here we go.
We've got donate them to us, and we'll put them in.
We'll put them in the sources pack. All right, we've got a Rajon Rondo.
I can't believe he's done the pink trick and he's bloody just
Daniel House Jr. Miles Bridges.
Big Zion in this
one. OG Anunoby.
Oh, there he is. That's worth about 10K.
I mean, I got a Jard NBA debut. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take
it. That's all right.
I'll tell you, you got to remember. Yeah, I bought these packs for 30. I mean, I could have sold it for 150, or just sold it back to Cherry for 100, and he could sell it for 150.
Now open this pink.
All right, he's got the pink pack.
Here we go.
Any money for LeBron, Luka, or Luka? Any money? When he G's up, it's probably LeBron. I reckon it's LeBron.
So we got a Patty Mills.
Yeah,
Patty Mills.
The Aussie.
Oh, we do. The Aussie.
Oh, that's a nice card.
Devin Booker.
Nice.
It's LeBron. 100%.
I hope it's not a debut.
Oh, not bad.
It's a debut.
Fuck off!
Damn.
I'll take it, though.
Maybe 15, 20 bucks at
least. Yeah, honestly, I reckon this is one of the better mosaic sellers that I have open. So
the ones I've seen in your rip source have been absolutely
they've been pretty trash.
I'll be honest.
They've been pretty trash. I'm serious.
Good stuff.
That's good.
Now, the real question is, are you sending that to PSA?
Why do you do this? And why do you do this?
It's not worth. Honestly, it's not worth it for $40 a card. Let's just look it up. Let's just look it up for you, alright?
Bro, why do you do this?
Let's just look it up for you.
Bro, you boys are lucky. I gotta listen to this all the time.
Because I'm looking at it now. You pull that, that comes back PSA 9, which it might very well. You're looking at a whole $41 US. And you can, it's a $4 profit. That's decent.
Mate, I'll tell you what, a PSA 10 last sold for 42.
Bro.
A PSA 10 last sold for 42 on the 11th of March. So, I mean, let's be honest, it's not really worth sending. That's why the debut sucks.
Ridiculous. Any more fire or flame?
I had one. It's just a sneaky thing I was looking at. And it was just like, I mean, I used to follow wrestling religiously when I was younger, and I started to look into some of the iconic wrestlers. You know, obviously, I kick myself every day because I was on that Rocky, how do you say it, Malavia card. I was onto that card when it was as a PSA 10 was like $1,200, bro.
Wow.
And I didn't like bite the bullet. Oh man. Freaking expensive.
10 plus. Splash has been posting a lot about wrestling cards lately. I rate it.
Wrestling's sick. Or was back in the day.
The Rock. Let's see if it comes up.
That what was it called? That era. Attitude era.
Yeah.
It's
by far the best.
Yeah. So
that was amazing.
And
every Saturday. Yeah.
And when you think about the Rock and how iconic he is, and you go, all right, what other guys have been like sort of iconic in terms of wrestling? And it brought me to John Cena, obviously Brock Lesnar. He's been around a while, and there's a set 2002 Royal Rumble, Flair set Royal Rumble, and it's actually got. I mean, go have a look at how many are actually graded. It's very, very low on the grades. I was actually alerted to this by Stacking Slabs, the man himself.
He loves his wrestling.
He loves his wrestling. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? In terms of iconic wrestlers, like You don't really get much more iconic than John Cena. And then Brock Lesnar. Think about the storyline Brock Lesnar has played throughout wrestling. And then he went to UFC, then he came back. And,
I got a quick shout, actually, just on that, because you just jogged my memory, because I just mentioned his name, and then I thought because that's the thing with cards, if there's a story behind the person. Kurt Angle is a legend, yeah, but he's also an Olympic gold medalist for his country. So there's
wasn't he injured too when he won? He had
he had a
broken
freaking neck.
With a broken freaking neck. That was his line.
But
You suck.
it was so good, man. But even guys like here's one to think about. Like, he's got major status in the WWE. Eddie Guerrero.
Well, I tell you what, I just typed into 130 point Kurt Angle RC. It's given me a 2001 Fleer WWF card. Last sold $8 USD as well.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm always skeptical on that, because then how do you know how good the condition is?
Yeah, I know.
It's a good point.
PSA 9 for 10 USD?
Hang on.
But look at this. Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar, PSA 7, 130 USD.
Yeah, I mean, the PSA 9, just go have a look at if you go have a look at the PSA pop reports on those, I mean, I don't even think there's any graded. It'll be interesting.
I rate that Cena. That Cena's a play.
That's his rookie, isn't it? 2002? Yeah.
That's a BGS 9, 380.
380? Is that sold or is that?
Sold, yeah.
Oh, damn. I was going to say.
Just a quick shout to the footy as well, boys. It's only 5 points.
Yeah, I'm watching
my minutes left.
How's my team?
You're up by 5.
5 points.
We'll win it.
What did I say? What did I say before? By halftime, would have been up by 10 goals. I was very wrong there.
Yeah, I think so. But
No Cochin, no Hooley, though, so I'll give us a bit of
it doesn't matter.
Bit of a break. Round 1.
There he is. There he is.
That
he's missed it.
How good bloody Dustin Martin is just ridiculous, bro. He's just
that goal he fended off.
Oh my god! Hold on, no way. No.
So wrestling cards, I think, is the fire, Doma. Like, just
I reckon
expand your horizons. Think of iconic wrestlers and just look at it, and just look into those pop reports. See what's low graded, what's not much graded around.
I'm gonna make a play on that.
And even if you pick up the 8s or the 9s, like, you got to understand these cards from some of these iconic guys were 20 years ago. And you got to think probably there's a lot of people not thinking back then to grade this stuff. So
correct.
Just think of it that perspective, and I think it's a play, man. It's a play.
I can see wrestling having a moment too, like your Marvels and stuff like that for sure. Could definitely see it happening.
100%.
We're still waiting for my DC inaugural set.
Oh, isn't the Stone Cold? There's a Stone Cold doc.
Yeah, Stone Cold. There's Undertaker. There's Heat, man.
When those start coming out, let me tell you.
When they do a proper Rock one, when it goes through his whole life and it goes through his movies in Hollywood and stuff, and then everything he's done for charity.
With some good backstage footage.
Bro, that's it. It's game over for that card. So jump on them early. Anyone going to flame something this week? No? That's all right.
All positivity this week.
Keep it a positive. Keep it a positive.
I'm flaming all other AFL teams not named Richmond.
Oh my god, now you're actually... Oh, it's game.
Now you're starting to sound like one of them, mate.
Yeah, exactly right.
He is.
Yeah, he's starting to sound exactly like them. They're starting to annoy me already now.
It's 11 points, boys, but I think we're safe.
Just a quick fire. I know we keep mentioning it, but I just want to keep it fresh in everyone's head, yeah? Like, blockchain, that's my fire. We don't need to get into it. I'm just dropping it.
Don't tell you more. That's it. Blockchain.
Blockchain.
Bang. If you don't know, the last step.
Yeah, exactly. Bang. Blockchain. That's it. Panini blockchain. That's
one.
If you don't, that's right. If you don't know, now you know. Go listen to Crunch Time number 4 because we talked about it a hell of a lot in there.
Yeah, definitely. So that's it. Very nice, boys. Some great content today. Hope you all enjoyed listening and viewing if you're watching it on YouTube. So that's it from us, Dom the Great Man Sauce, Anthony Collects, and Luke Mast_sports cards. It's been Crunch Time, coming up big when it counts. And peace.
Peace out.
See you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Crunch Time.